So, moving right along, hopefully, you're able to summarize how Jesus, as a symbol of the serpent, took on our sin and died for our sins. Okay? So, now moving on to part two, which I'm really excited for. And this brings up our essential question, which is how can I be an ambassador for Christ? Now, for some of us, ambassador might be a new term. So, let's go ahead and define that. So, in the dictionary, it says that an ambassador is a person of high rank in government who represents their country while living in a foreign land. So, it's obviously somebody that's very important. And it also says they promote their home country's interests, needs, and goals in the hopes that others will join and support them. So, if we're thinking about that, let's think about how we are ambassadors for God and His kingdom. And so when we think about God calls us to our foreign land, which is here on earth, because ultimately our dwelling place and our home is with Him in heaven. And so it says God calls us to make His kingdom known and to show others the nature of God's upside down kingdom. And we talked about what an upside down kingdom is when we thought about the difference between the world and its leaders and how Jesus showed the example of what a leader should look like. And that's part of our calling, being here on earth. Okay, so now I want you to think about, and you can turn and talk, after you make a list of what character traits do you think an ambassador of Christ should have. So thinking about the role of an ambassador and what we just discussed, I want you to make a list of what you think that would look like in a person, and then we'll discuss with a partner and share out with the class. Okay, so let's take a couple of minutes to do that, and then we'll continue.